Good morning, everyone. What a delight to see each and every one of you, to feel the energy that you're generating, to be in the presence of this unseen host that supports us, guides us, loves us. So let us open ourselves that we might find this to be a continuation of our awakening. Once, there was a great ocean. All of existence was birthed from this ocean, lived off this great ocean, and returned back to the great ocean. In the beginning, millions upon millions of tiny rivers sprang from this great ocean. Each river snaked across the land like delicate veins. But one day, a great drought came. No one saw it coming. The scorching sun dried up each snaking river so greatly that they all turned into lakes. No longer were they connected to the great ocean, so they felt loneliness and isolation. As time went by, each little lake became more and more depressed, forgetting the great ocean. One day a shaman came to drink from one of the little lakes. He noticed it was depressed. "Why are you so sad?" he asked. The lake, despondent and gloomy, responded, "Because I am nearly dried up and there is little water left. Time is running out soon. I will be gone forever." The shaman peered intently into the lake and laughed hysterically. "Silly lake! Don't you know that you are connected to the great ocean? Although you change, you are changeless. Your water evaporates and returns back to the great ocean. It is then reborn, repurposed, and redistributed. How could you live or die? You are birthless. You are deathless. You are in all things. You are all things." We're like the little lakes in this story. We believe that we're separate, isolated, and cut off because of the ego. But something within us, the shaman, continuously motivates us closer to the truth through the voice of intuition, instinct, and deep knowing. Eventually in life, we have an illuminating moment of self-realization or remembrance that we are rivers that are connected to the great ocean. The river represents the higher self. The great ocean represents spirit, source, oneness, God. We're all in our awakening coming to feel or desire to have a greater relationship with our higher self. And there are paths and practices to help you reconnect with your higher self, of which a few I shall mention. Make time for silence and contemplation every day. Explore what things you can surrender or let go. And choose to discover in what ways you can accept and love yourself and others more. You know, we know, opens your heart, and your heart is your direct doorway to your soul. So, here's an opportunity, maybe a challenge. Try for one day non-resistance, or going with the flow. Just one day, that's all. Give it a whirl. See what it looks like. See what it feels like. And of course, discover more about who or what your guide is. Practice mirror work. Now, some of you are somewhat familiar with this in that it has been given as an exercise by Spirit, but I invite you to sit before a mirror and gently gaze into your eyes and let all of the resistance of the voices and the distractions come and go, because they will be the voice of the one feeling threatened, so that you can actually move past these voices of self-judgment that arise along with doing this. And then you begin to find your inner self revealing itself to you. And then, of course, practice being with the present moment. It's a fact. The only way you can awaken to your true nature is being here now. It's the only way it's going to happen. It's the only place it's going to happen is here now in the present moment. Now, this secret has been passed down through ancient traditions and spiritual teachings for millennia. It all reveals the fact of what you discover, that the kingdom of heaven is within you. So with all of this, what does your higher self look like? Well, it looks like being love. It looks like seeing the divine in yourself and others. It looks like being creative in the flow state. When you use your imagination and you ascend in higher frequencies, you find that also is your higher self. So tuning into insights, tuning into inspiration, is your higher self. Being pure awareness. Working with light. So, this can help you to get an idea of what your higher self looks like, because at times you have been living your higher self and perhaps didn't consciously realize what was happening. You see, that's part of awakening. So there are practices that help you embody your higher self. We all know meditation. We all know meditation. Well, also visualization practices. Another thing that helps you draw closer to your higher self is forgiveness. Forgiveness is a freeing experience. It is a liberating experience. And another thing, too, is seeing situations in multiple perspectives. Instead of staying stuck with what one is most familiar, give yourself the opportunity in the moment to say, oh, okay, let me see how this looks like from another perspective. Let me see how it looks like from another perspective. This then opens you up, that allows you to be more receptive to experiencing your higher self. Try blessing everyone. Try that for a freeway experience. Realizing, hey, everybody is where they are in their own awakening, and even if I can't appreciate where they are, I can go to a place of appreciating who they are and bless them. So, when you feel centered, you feel balanced, you're embodying your higher self. When you are aware of your thoughts and emotions, you're embodying your higher self instead of staying stuck into believing what you're thinking or feeling is who you are. When you're completely at peace, you're embodying your higher self. So we come to realize that your higher self is that infinite reservoir just beyond your thoughts, always available. So try tuning in, try listening. And consider this now. Conscious recognition of God. Conscious recognition of God as everything, everywhere, everyone, all the time. Brings you to a place of experiencing your own awakening conscious awareness. And I said awakening conscious awareness. Look and see that's where we are. If you hear yourself saying or you experience someone else saying, I am consciously aware, ask them what their secret is. Because you see, this really is the God within you and you, the recognition of God, coming together in a relationship that reveals itself in the moment now as to where you are consciously. So, awakening awareness. That's where we are, to where we realize, though I change, I am changeless. Thank you for your attention.